everyone, it's Sharonda from Pay or Waits, and today I'm going to be reviewing a season finale of American Horror Story Apocalypse, Season 8, Episode 10, Apocalypse Then, okay? So I'm going to try not to get emotional. I'm going to wait till the end of the video to get emotional. So let me just go ahead and get into this recap before I lose it. So we open up the episode with Myrtle going to visit Tweedledee and Tweedledum at their little office. And so basically, she run into Miss Vanderplum, and I know I say her name wrong, because I always think of Vanderplum Rules. They ain't got nothing to do with this, but I'm sorry, I just can't help it. So basically, she meets with her, and then she was like, hey, I'm here to meet with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said. And so then Miss Vanderplum like, bitch, you ain't got no appointment. She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. But she was like, you don't have an appointment, like you got the correct floor, but you ain't got no appointment, bitch. And so she didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. I'm sorry, y'all, I keep making up all the dialogue. And so basically, she's like, you ain't got no business here. So Myrtle says that they should be lucky to have someone with your skill. And then she was like, don't try to flatter me because it don't matter. And then she was like, bitch, and that ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said. She was like, maybe you should understand sarcasm. Like, wasn't nobody sitting up here trying to flatter your evil behind. So then she was just like, you know, what's going on with your hair? And I was like, ooh, we finna fight. Like, I was taking off my shoes, I was taking off my earrings. Like, let me know, Myrtle, let me know when I need to ride out on them, because I will ride out on her for you, okay? Because she getting mad disrespectful right now. So then she say that, and then she said, my hair is a mystery that nobody will ever know about, okay? And she like put her to sleep. And then she was like, purple is for royalty, not for middle management. I said, she got you, bitch, okay? Look at you trying to sit up here and be disrespectful about this woman's hair, okay? While you sit up here like you going to a Prince tribute concert, okay? Don't try her, okay? Or we all gonna ride out on you. Sorry, I just got too much into it. So what happened next? So she go talk to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and then basically they're playing in the outpost, and then Tweedledee got mad at Tweedledum because he was like, why you put me here with this little scientist when we got Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence, and Charlize Theron up in the outpost too? And he was like, well, we figured something bad was happening, then we would need to, you know, have the great minds together, which I was like, that makes sense. I mean, it definitely does make sense. I probably would have spread the great minds out, but I totally felt where Tweedledee was coming from. Might as well be around some baddies who gonna be desperate and ain't gonna have no standards, because it's just y'all to the end of time. So as they're going through all of that, he tells them like, hey, well, Outpost 3, this is where he wanted Robot Mama Satan, and so, but then he wants us to wipe her mind. He was like, why the hell do you want her there? But they were just like, whatever. And so then Myrtle comes in, and she was just like, what up, hoes? She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. And so basically, she was telling them like, hey, I need you to, she was basically telling them to put Coco's family on Outpost 3. And they were like, why would we do that? And then she was like, bitch, because I said so. That ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said. But then he tried to grab the gun. Then she stopped him. And then basically they end up doing what they asked her to do. And then she leaves, but she's going to kill them. Finally, please, because y'all had killed them a couple of episodes ago, so I wouldn't have to deal with them for this long. It don't make no damn sense that we had to deal with the booger nerds for like a whole couple of episodes. It just didn't make no sense. But now we understand why they never made it to the apocalypse, because Myrtle killed them. So basically the witches, they're having a discussion, and Cordelia and Myrtle is basically tell them what they're planning. So they basically tell that Mallory and Coco like, hey, we need to put you guys under an identity spell because Mallory bitch ass ain't ready yet. That ain't what they said, but like they kind of said that that's just what they should have said. And so basically they're just like, hey, we need to put you guys under this spell. Basically we're gonna let the apocalypse happen, and then when this hoe over here ready, then we gonna go ahead and get shit popping. So basically then they start getting real like mushy and stuff, and I was just like, hurry up, I'm just trying to see this battle. I really don't care about y'all saying y'all goodbyes. Coco's like, you my best friend ever, and then Mary like, you my best friend, and then they hug, and of course Cordelia in the background crying and stuff because she stayed crying. I said, Sarah, how you got so much time to cry like this? Cordelia just be pissing me off this whole season. Like, you supposed to be the baddest bitch in the West, and like you crying every episode. You crying instead of getting shit done, okay? So they do what they gotta do. And so long story short, they switch to the Apocalypse, okay? So basically, they're in the car. So this is after she's obviously put the identity spell. They didn't know each other. So then we switch back, well, kind of forward a little bit, like to after the identity spell, but not when the apocalypse happens. So we see that Coco and Mallory in the car, Coco being disrespectful, because we learned a great tidbit, because if you were wondering why Coco was so nice when she was being taught in the school, it was because she was mean now, because they basically, when they did the identity spell, they wanted her to assume the identity of Madison, all evil behind. And Madison was like, bitch, you should have been happy, okay? This is a luxury to be like me, okay? That ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said. Okay, so Madison and Mallory sitting up in the car, and then so they're getting driven. You see her being rude and stuff, and so basically they get to their place, and then the person turns around, and it's Madison bitch ass, who was their chauffeur, who was giving them a ride, and so she was like, make sure you rate me 5 stars, and then she looked over, she saw a billboard, and guess who in the billboard? Dinah Stevens bitch ass, the one who sold her soul, or she did the deal for the devil, basically broke this protection spell that they had around the house so she can get her TV show and start making her coins. So we don't like her ass. So Madison come back and she was like, hey, we gotta burn this bitch. Permission to burn this hoe, okay? So basically, they was like, no, we can't do that. And then Myrtle was like, bitch, what? She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. Cordelia sitting up there talking about, you know what? We don't want to alert Michael to what's going on, so we're going to lead Dina to where she at right here and now. We're going to let her be safe. Don't touch a hair on her pretty little head. And then we're going to go and get that hoe, basically, after Mallory come back, and then she has her powers. Okay, so we go to the little salon, and so we see how she met Evan Peters' character, the hairdresser, at the beginning of the episode. And then we see that's how she met her bitch ass boyfriend, who really pissed me off, and we're gonna talk more about that towards the end of the review. But we see his bitch ass talking about that's gonna be hard to do because you're already perfect. And I was like, shut up, get on my damn nerves. So basically, we see how all of them meet, and so then let me make sure I didn't lost my damn spot on this. Let me go ahead, and sorry y'all if y'all hear any rumbling, shaking, it's this little dumbass dryer over here that's connected to my room somehow. Okay, so then after that, you talk about how they want to make her pay. Then we switch to a little flashback scene. Not really, I ain't gonna be mad about this flashback because it's a flashback to the present, which I've been trying to get to this whole damn season. But it took to episode 10 to get to that point. So we see that part when, you know, Michael was talking to Mallory, and then he did something crazy, and he like did the little same thing, and the little face, and then she was like, bitch, you got me fucked up. That ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said. And then she made the flyer burn, and then he backed up, and he was looking at her like, bitch. And then she was like, bitch, that ain't what they said, but that's what they should have said after that part. So we see that, and then we see that they go to enter the outpost, and where we saw them enter in the 3rd episode, basically. And then y'all see the change in the music. Normally it's just that, but now it was like on some, like, they was like, bitch, we back, okay? We got all our sisters and stuff. We done came out of the ground. They came out of the random swamp ground, Missy swamp mud. So they busted out of there because it took that long for them to heal. But you see, they got their little theme song going. They popping. They like, we finna ride out. Let's ride out, y'all. Let's go ahead and go. And so we see when they come in, like they did, like, go get our sisters. And they woke everybody up. And so everybody came up. And then basically, we go back to when Myrtle was like, you know, almost as bad as your dinner jacket, when she said that to the little kid Satan. And so I was like, girl, Myrtle, you have just been on point, okay? You've been on top of it this whole episode with the shade, and I'm here for it, okay? So he basically says, you know, Myrtle was like, yo, if you want to finish the job, you should have got rid of all the witches, okay? Because we here and we coming for your ass, okay? And then he was like, look, let me go ahead and then make a deal with y'all, because I ain't got time to be dealing with y'all. So if y'all fall to your knees and accept me as your Lord and Savior. Did he say Lord and Savior? Yeah, he did. How you gonna use the Lord's lines for Daddy say? How'd that work? You didn't have no different version of that? That didn't, I mean, it really don't mean nothing, but it's just something that I thought of. And so basically, they fall to your knees, and then she said, hell no. She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. Then Dina, oh, little bitch ass, sitting up there talking about, so y'all woke me so I can join the witches. And then she was like, nah. And then she was like, I'm only going to deal with the winner, okay? And so when that happened, okay, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I almost got fired today because literally I be watching this at work so I could come home when I get off of work and record it for you guys. So when she said that, and I was like, bitch, they don't want you. And Cordelia was like, not quite. I made a better deal, okay? And then what happened? Laveau popped in and literally I screamed. I screamed so loud that I had to pause it because everybody was looking at me like, bitch, you know you at work, right? Like, why are you screaming? What is wrong with you? And I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. It just got real good. Auntie Angie came. She popped in and she was like, bitch. She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. She was like, don't nobody want you. You think you a voodoo queen? They wanted the strong voodoo queen, okay? So she was like, that's not you, sis. And I was like, tell her, sis. Tell her that it was never her. We was never going to accept her as the new voodoo queen because it was only room for you, okay? So then we go into a flashback, but I'm okay with this flashback because it's dealing with what's happening now. And so basically, we see that Cordelia went and made a deal with Papa Laveau. He was like, hey, let me give you a better soul. Let me give you a conniving, nasty, trifling voodoo person. So basically, she went and saved Marie. We saw Addie come in and like interrupt her, basically torturing Mama Satan's doppelganger from the other coven. I forgot her name, y'all. Please excuse me. And so then we see Cordelia came in and saved her, and then she came back and she was like, I was like, she ready. That ain't what happened. That's just all I was saying in my desk. So she come in, then I'm shook. They shook. Michael looking like, I don't know if I'm shook, but I'm going to go ahead and see. And so she basically goes and she kills her and says, out with the trash. So Marie killed her. And so now she dead. So now the deal's been fulfilled for Papa Laveau. And so then all of a sudden, Mama Satan started malfunctioning. She started shaking. She started doing it. I said, Mama Satan, what's wrong with you, Mama Satan? What's going on, girl? And so then all of a sudden, Cordelia do something and she just exploded. And I said, well, I'll be damned. Well, bitch, why the fuck couldn't you have done that when she was sitting up here in the coven shooting everybody? She didn't shot Queenie, but you didn't know how to do that then. But now all of a sudden, since you got all your other girls with you and you ready and you been practicing, so now you know how to do it. You couldn't have done that a couple of years ago. You couldn't have did that 5 years back when all this mess happened. Ugh. But yeah, so that's what happened. And then of course, you know, when y'all messing with Mama Robot Satan, Michael ain't gonna have that. That's like, you didn't already kill his real Mama Satan. Then you didn't kill Robot Mama Satan. So Michael looking like, bitch, you gotta pay, okay? So she fall down. Then all of a sudden, she's still talking. I don't know what song she was singing or what she was saying to him. So he on the floor. He looking at Mama Robot Satan, all her little guts and stuff out. And he like touched her face. I was like, that's so nasty. But you know, it's whatever. So she dies. And then Michael get mad. And then Madison says sorry. And then she take Mama Robot Satan's arm and start shooting Michael and kill him. I was like, bitch, you know that he ain't gonna die? Like, he's Satan. He's Satan's son. You think a gunshot gonna kill him? And so they just like, look, we ain't got time. This fool finna wake up. We gotta figure out what the hell we about to do. And then Madison's like, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna watch him. And then y'all go do what y'all gotta do. Cause they go and rip some of his hair off. And then they give it to Mallory and tell Mallory, okay, bitch, like, it's go time. They didn't say that, but that's what they should have said. So basically, they trying to get everything together because we know that Mallory has to go back in time. And they basically has to kill Michael. So we trying to figure out how all that is going to happen. So while all that's going on, we see that they're running upstairs. Okay, so they taking Mallory upstairs. They running. Okay, I'm running with them. I'm ready. I'm seeing what's going on. Then all of a sudden, Mallory stops. And then, Coco's little dumbass, Radiation X, the Hills Have Eyes X, he didn't pop out. Then he stabbed Mallory. I said, I be damn. We done did all of this and this fool just got stabbed by his dumb ass. That's what we doing right now? That's how y'all gonna be disrespectful like that? So then Cordelia start crying. Hell, even I start crying because I'm just like, y'all did not do all of this for this hoe to go get stabbed by Coco's ex-boo. It just don't make no damn sense. It shouldn't have ended like that. So basically, she crying. She like, bitch, wake up. She didn't say that. That's what she should have said. That's what I was saying. I was like, bitch, get up. Do you know, we didn't spend 10 episodes in this and your dumb ass gonna sit up here and die just from a stab wound? Nah, sis, we ain't going out like that. So basically, while they doing that, Michael bitch ass get up, okay? Madison looked, then she turned her back. Then he started blinking his eyes. She see the blood coming back up to him. This bitch wake up. And then Madison was like, well, looks like it's back to the retail store. And then she starts shooting him. She's about to shoot him. And then he do this. And then the girl head just explode. I said, well, damn. Yay, kill Madison like that. That is real disrespectful. But you know what? Madison went out like a G, okay? She said, I'm going to ride or die for my witch sisters, okay? And so basically while that's going on, Michael coming upstairs, they trying to figure out what the hell to do. So Marie basically tells Cordelia, yo, get this hoe up out of here. She didn't say that, but that's what she said. She's like, get this hoe up out of here so we can figure out what the hell is going on. So they take her. Maria's like, I got this. I'm the head bitch in charge. And then, shit, I'm thinking she doing something because she did some little spell. It said, you can't cross. Then Michael was like, bitch. He didn't say that. That's what she said. He was like, bitch, you think that this could hold me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I is? Okay. And so then basically he steps over. He punches her in the stomach. Like, is it punch? He literally grabbed her heart. Okay. He grabbed her heart. Then Coco pop up, stab him. And I'm like, bitch, what is this stabbing him in the back finna do? If this hoe just shot him with all these guns and he still came back, what the fuck is it? What is the stab wound going to do for him? So then he turned around while he got Marie heart in his hands. Do you know this fool ate her heart? I said, bitch. But you know, I probably would have ate that too because I'm trying to figure out how Auntie Angie looking so good and she in her 60s, y'all would have ate her heart too. Get all the clear skin, okay? So they do that. Then he killed Coco. He snapped Coco neck, okay? So basically everybody shook. It's just too much that's going on right now. So, let me see. I done lost my damn spot. Okay, so then they go get Mallory in the tub. So they get Mallory in the tub. Cordelia crying per usual, okay? And so she's telling her she can do it. And then Mallory says, I'm sorry. And then she dies. And I was like, this bitch. Like, we done wasted all this damn time on this hoe for no damn reason. And so she, Myrtle says, it appears as though we're fucked. And I said, you think, girl? So then Cordelia says, I love you. And then she go to face Michael. And she was like, bitch. She didn't say that, but that's what she should have said. Then he looking at her like, bitch. That's what, basically, I wish, like, can someone just hire me to write these moments in here? Because I guarantee you everybody would love them. And they would have so much life if people would just call each other bitch the entire episode. So basically, she tells him, like, no, actually, she really shaded him. She called him pathetic, and then he was like, you like a cockroach. I knew you was going to survive, bitch, okay? That ain't what he said, but that's what he should have said. And so then basically she says, you know what? I'm going to die, but it's going to be on my damn terms. And then she says, her sisters and the Legion motherfucker. No, I didn't say that right. I think she said, we're a Legion motherfucker, and then she stabbed herself. And then Michael was looking like, bitch. And then Myrtle was looking like, no, bitch. And I was looking like, bitch, really? And so basically she stabbed herself, and then she jumped down, killed herself. So basically Mallory bitch ass could come back to life. Then she goes start doing her little chants and stuff, go under the water. Then she go back in time. Then we see 2015, and then we see Constance, y'all. We saw Constance again. Can I say that I truly believe that Constance was a black mama at another point in time in her life, because the way that she did that whole speech, like, you have drained me as I'm picking up behind you, and you just killing all these people, all my blood, sweat, and tears, everything that I didn't sacrifice for you. I said, man, well, technically you stole him from somebody else, so really you brought this upon yourself, because you weren't even supposed to be in the mix of all of this, okay? And so she said, get your ass, get your shit, and get the fuck up out of my house. That ain't what she said, but that's what she should have said, y'all. So then basically, Mike like, I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm so sorry. I ain't gonna do this no more. And she was like, bitch, that ain't what she said. That's what she should have said. You've been killing all these motherfuckers. Like, first you was starting with animals. Now you sitting up here, you done killed the babysitter. Now you done killed the priest. We gotta find a new church to go to. No, get out of my house, okay? Get out of my house. And so basically, he tries to choke her, and then she was like, do it. Put me out of my misery. You know how extra Constance is. And so he ran outside. He walking out barefoot. I was like, you weren't gonna put no shoes on? Like, that's just what you're doing, okay? So he walk outside, then all of a sudden he get hit by a car. I said, well, I be damned. Then we see that it's Mallory driving the car. Mallory looking at Constance like, thank you, bitch. That ain't what she said. That's what she said. Then she looked back at her like, ooh, thank you. And so basically, she run over him. Then she run back. Then she run back over him again. So the girl that hit him like 3 times. I was like, bitch, nah, you need to do that about 10 times, because I need to make sure that this trick ain't coming back to bring the apocalypse. So basically, Constance goes to grab him, hold him in her arms like, can you take me to the house? Can you take me to the house so we can be together forever? And I said, bitch, I know you lying. And then basically she was like, I thought she was about to be like, hell no. That ain't what she said. That's what she said. But really she said, go to hell. Because I was like, bitch, you out of your fucking mind. If you think I'm finna drag your ass, your little demonic ass over to this house, and then I got to put it with you for eternity? Hell no, I'm not. You're going to die right here in the middle of the street and die. And that's what he did. Did anyone feel like it was very like, okay, this is how y'all killed him? Like, this wasn't nothing, but okay. So basically that was what happened. Then we see Mallory go to the little witch house, and so she's seeing all her little witch friends, everybody alive, all is well, everything is going good. And so basically we see her talking to everybody, Queen alive, Zoe alive, everybody alive, okay? And so we see that things went so well because everybody hates Satan in the underworld that Papa Leba went ahead and let Addie and Misty come back. And then Mallory was like, well, I can go get Madison bitch ass, but she gonna have to wait a couple more years. I said, you know what, she deserves that, because I didn't forget about how you killed Zoe in Coven, okay? So because you're disrespectful. So basically after that, you know, Addie was like, hey y'all, I just came to drop Misty off, but I'm finna go, y'all. And then they was like, why you leaving, girl? She was like, girl, you think I'm finna leave my boo Papa Legba? That's my boo thing, okay? And so basically she was like, peace. And I was like, y'all didn't treat her right. Did you really think she was finna stay? Stop it. So then we go into the future. Then we see the two little kids who we saw, the teenagers that we saw at the beginning of the season. So basically they meet while she protesting. She spilled coffee on him, made him spill his coffee by mistake. So they meet, they get all booed up. I said, how the hell y'all have a baby a year later? I said, that means so basically y'all just start messing around, because it take like 9.5, 10 months to have a kid. So yeah, like dang, y'all was just out here raw dogging like that for no reason. Two months in and you got pregnant. So they have a kid, and then 3 years later they show that they're on a date, and basically they're like, oh, he's been so mean lately. And then they come home, they see this little kid and killed the damn babysitter just like Michael had did so. And then we see Mama Satan and her friends knock on the door, because we saw that the sky was doing something crazy with the crows, like they did when the little Satanists, when Mama Satan and her friends came for Michael. Then they came for their kid, and basically we knew that this shit was gonna start over all again. And that's the end of the episode, y'all. That's the end of the episode. I don't know how I felt about the end of the episode. It's kind of just like, this is so stupid. We went through all of this for this shit to just start over again. And then also too, because I love Michael like beating everybody's ass and them trying to beat his ass, I was like, why couldn't we have done this back and forth like a couple of times, like a couple of episodes? I just felt like everything had to be rushed in the end, like to just basically tie up any loose ends. And so I liked the season finale, but the season finale was so good that I wanted to see more episodes like that, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I have to say that I appreciate you guys so much. I'm sorry that this review is longer, but it's a lot that happened because they gave us 46 minutes, even though you should have gave us 2 hours. But I really appreciate all you guys for tuning in and watching my channel this season, watching all of my recaps, giving me kind words. Like, I love you guys so much. I try to read all of your comments and respond. Like, I love you guys. If there's any other TV shows that you want to see me do, any movies you want me to do, please make sure you comment in the comment section below. Let me know. But those are my thoughts on the season finale of American Horror Story Season 8, Apocalypse, Episode 10, Apocalypse. Then, okay? As always, my name is Sharona from Pay Your Weights, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see this. I messed it up, y'all. I will see y'all soon, okay? Bye, y'all.